Parts of Johannesburg are without water as Rand Water continues with its planned infrastructure maintenance program. The entity says 83% of the work has already been completed. I'm now joined by Rand Water spokesperson Makenosi Maroo for an update. A very good afternoon to you, Ms. Maroo. Janet de Cresta, a resident of Johannesburg, says communication around this planned maintenance has been as dry as our taps.
Good afternoon, Bravio, and good afternoon to the viewers and listeners. Bravio, we are communicating. We are actually putting out media statements. We are doing interviews, posting information on our social media platforms. But I understand the frustration that people don't have water. But we did communicate at the beginning of the project that there will be limited water. Hence, we had an agreement with various municipalities where we'll be working in for them to be able to supply water should there be challenges.
Now, this maintenance work is supposed to end on the 29th of July, which is what? Today. And is it ending today?
No, it's meant to end on the 29th of July, which will be next month. Today is the 29th of June.
Sorry, apologies.
Yes, we still have a long way to go.
Now, is it going Is it going to end on the 29th?
Yes, it's going to end on the 29th of July. But I think we need to clarify. As Rand Water, we have 4 booster stations, the big booster stations. That's where we supply water to municipalities from these booster stations. So we have Aikenhof, we have Swartkoppies, we have Mapleton, we have Palmeet. I'll explain about those 2. So we have completed work at the Aikenhof and Swartkoppies. Now we are moving to other areas. And one would ask which areas are being supplied by these 2 where you're saying you have completed work. So we are supplying water from the Aikenhof system. So to be Johannesburg Water, that's where they get water from, the city of Johannesburg, Rand West, Mirafong, Megale City, and Rustenburg. And then when it comes to Swartkoppies, it would be Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, and other industries. So we have completed work with regards to these 2 systems. Now on Monday, we are starting with Palmeet and Mapleton.
So what then, which is the point of the question, what should people expect over the next 4 weeks? In other words, what should they gear themselves up for?
All right. You should be preparing for yourself to be getting low pressure in terms of water supply. In other areas, there will be no water supply. And we have been explaining the reason why we're having a low pressure or no water supply. In high-lying areas, they do get difficulty in terms of getting water because water starts with the low-lying areas. So we have been requesting municipalities to really be out there to supply various areas with water. And I also want to emphasize that, yes, we have completed work in the 2 systems. However, it does not mean people will get water immediately. The system needs time to recover. We have depleted the system, obviously, for some of us through the work that we're doing. Others, it's from stockpiling water because people were actually panicking that we will not have water. So the system needs time to recover, a couple of days for the system to recover. But we are doing maintenance for the good of the system. In the long run, the system will be efficient.
Well, the allegations is that your contingency plans haven't really worked well. People say they haven't seen any of the water tanks that were promised, and some have been without water at all.
All right. But from our side as Rand Water, we are having daily meetings with the 3 metros just to communicate progress in terms of maintenance. Also, we getting an update from them with regards to the contingency plans that we have requested them to bring in place. And they have assured us that they are able to supply water tankers to municipalities. We are going to be meeting again later today just to understand precisely why are people not getting water in the areas that they require. I know some people are communicating directly to Rand Water with regards to water tankers. We are still encouraging residents, please speak to your municipality, as rainwater does not offer tankers. But with regards to the promise that we made, we are still pumping water. But obviously, as I indicated, it's restricted water supply. Other areas, it's water at all. There's no water at all. Hence, municipalities are coming in.
But do you take the municipalities' word for it, or do you do your own fact-checking as to whether they are delivering on the promises or the claims that they make? Do you have an independent verification system where you are able to check on your own as to whether they do indeed deliver on those contingency measures?
What is happening, Ravio, is that as we're having meetings daily, they are reporting to us, giving us a report daily in terms of what they're doing, where there are challenges. So they do indicate where there are challenges, but also we are monitoring. Sometimes it's easy to read a report, but it does not to talk to what is happening on the ground. So we are really monitoring the social media platforms. We are also getting response from and queries from residents, really asking others actually asking where are the water tankers, and we are actually redirecting these questions to municipalities and encouraging them to come out and provide water to the residents.
In Makenosi, for example, there is another problem that apparently is affecting water, and that's the power outages. Are you aware of that, and are you working, if so, are you working with them to deal with that problem? Because at the end of the day, it then exacerbates the problem that you have to deal with.
All right. Yes, we are aware of the power supply challenges in the areas, especially within our system. But just to give an indication that we don't get load shedding at our booster stations. So these are power trips that we experience from time to time. We have put plans in place. Eskom is on standby. Every time there is a trip or there is a supply challenge, they are on board. They do fix the challenge within a matter of few hours. So we are working closely with with power suppliers. So that cannot, yes, it does take time in terms of the system to recover, but they are on standby, and it's part of our contingency plans to have them there so that when we experience power supply challenges, they are there to assist us.